I fucking have to say right now is I am so fucking happy that the trade deadline is over. I come in tonight, I'm not having, damn near a panic attack. I feel, limber. I feel ready to take on the show. And you know what? This will probably be a 20 to 25 minute little, whatever we call, I don't know, Thundercast or whatever we're going to call it these days. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Sage says, you knew it looked like a donair eating panda. You could tell by looking right at the teeth. You look right at the veneers and you can tell that panda bear is there to kill. It's not eating no goddamn bamboo. That's a meat eater right there. But nonetheless, a very sad panda, but it could have been worse. It could be a crying panda, but the Yankees blew a huge lead tonight. I believe they were up by 7 runs in the 7th inning, as well as 2 runs in the 9th inning. And their new boy there, Camilo Doval, he fucked the dog. But before we get into all that, the semantics and the baseballs, we're gonna go over a little thing I call the NBA. Let's kick that to the hay, get it out of the way. So here we are with the NBA. So today we have, let's see here. I think I can feel it. We've got some big news here. Ricky Cancel the fourth signed a contract with the Brooklyn Nets. He averaged 12.9 points last year. That's a big move right there. That's a big move. Enrique Freeman signed a 2-year deal with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Wow. This NBA stuff just keeps getting better and better. He's a G League player. Johnny Juzang also signing with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So that will be your NBA for today. It's all covered. We're all brought up to speed there. Welcome to the Thundercloud, the Corpse Files. The Pirates blew a big lead, but the Pirates are who we thought they were. They fucking suck. The Yankees could have gained an important game on the Jays tonight. Let's not kid ourselves. Shut the fuck up, Nameless. You don't come in here and show disrespect. We both lost tonight. We shake each other's hand. Well, I mean, the Rockies are pretty fucking bad. We could definitely agree there. I like it though. Sage is following up on his baseball. Whoever would have thought that Sage would be actually reading about baseball and probably tuning into MLB.TV every day for 12 hours per day, because that's what he needs to do. He needs to put in his film study if he wants to be a champion in the Pete Rose Bowl cut. So I like that you're doing your film study. I appreciate that a ton. Now, we're going to start with some news here that I don't really know how to make sense of, so I'm just going to kind of go over it. This is football news. The rest I can just kind of wing it, but I'm going to actually read verbatim what Roto World has as per from The Athletic, however we're going to say it right now. So the NFL is dealing its broadcast rights for Red Zone, the NFL Network, and other programs to ESPN, apparently in exchange for equity that is worth billions of dollars. So what does this actually mean? So ESPN is, and this is in quotations, ESPN is expected to have access to Red Zone, NFL Network, 7 more regular season games, the NFL's fantasy football business, as well as the potential to integrate special features, including betting, and potentially more assets. Programs are going to be available via ESPN's forthcoming direct-to-consumer service that will formally launch in the next few weeks. I do not know what they're talking about, but apparently it's going to cost $29.99 per month American. No idea what that's going to have in it all. And that's pretty much it. So there you go. You got some football news there. The probably biggest football news is basically Micah Parsons has said he no longer wants to play for the Dallas Cowboys, and he has formally requested a trade. So, hey, if you need a defensive end that can play, just give Dallas a call. Maybe you'll, get a good one there. But I expect he'll get re-signed, but I don't understand what Dallas is doing. I don't understand what half these teams do. It's like, Jesus Christ, just fuck off and just You're going to pay him anyway. Just end up pay him early. If you pay him early, you're going to pay him less later on. That's the way these fucking contracts go anyway. Apparently, according to Tom Pelissero, who I never heard of the guy. Never heard of Tom Pelissero. Keenan Allen is visiting the San Diego Chargers today. There's mutual interest in a reunion. He's not that good anymore. He can't separate. So he's not what he was. Can he be a good little 3 or 4 wide receiver in a non-fantasy, situation? Absolutely. But, he's not going to be a fantasy contributor this year, so don't get, all hot and horny that he's going to be a fucking guy, a dog getting receptions, because it's not going to be the case. There's your NFL news. Let's take a quick peek at the chats here and see what's going on in here. The trade compensation is going to be more than what Oakland got for Khalil Mack. Well, if that's the case, I am not interested. I know you're getting a guy, but the Khalil Mack trade, let's actually just take a quick look at the Khalil Mack trade. I mean, a lot of guys are going to be busts, but let me just go google.ca because Brave has a terrible search engine. All right, so this was blah, blah, blah. So he was 27 years old at the time. I don't think Micah Parsons is quite that old. I could be wrong, but I think Micah Parsons is more like 25 or so. Again, I could be wrong there. But why is it so hard to find that? So I just want to know the picks, man. What did the Bears trade? Okay, so they got 2 first-round picks, a 3rd-round draft pick, a 6th-rounder for Mack, a 2nd, came back with Mack, as well as a conditional 5th. That's not quite as much as I would have expected. I thought it might have been a bit more. Because really, you're giving up 2 first-rounders, and then that 6 and that 3 kind of negates by that 2nd coming back. I'd give up 2 first-rounders probably for Micah Parsons. The only thing is you're going to have to take on that salary, so you're trading away first-rounders that could potentially be cheap for 5 years and very good. I'm not saying as good as Micah Parsons, but you could definitely get a Pro Bowler in the 1st round at any spot, right? So I would say Micah Parsons is going to get way more than that. I don't think there's a 2nd coming back in a Micah Parsons trade. Let me just take a quick look at his. Just want to know his age mostly. So he's like 26, so he's a year younger. I think he's better for getting sacks than Khalil Mack was. Khalil Mack was probably, pretty solid overall, but I wouldn't say he was quite in the same league. I think you're giving up at least 2 firsts, a 2nd, maybe even a 3rd, or maybe even 3 firsts. I don't know what you're giving up for him. It's gonna be a shit ton. Parsons would have to get more. Otherwise, why would you even entertain the trade? You know what I mean? Because I think Micah Parsons is a better player than Khalil Mack was at that time. Khalil Mack was solid, but he was never that pass rusher that you had to game plan for as much as Parsons, in my opinion. Again, I'm a big Khalil Mack fan, but it's kind of interesting, to be honest. You think when you find a generational edge rusher, you'd want to keep him happy. You would think so. Eagles fans are saying he's coming to Philly. There's no way in hell that Jerry would trade him to the Eagles. There's no chance in hell, as Vince McMahon would say. There's no chance in hell that he would be going to the Eagles. Guaranteed. He won't go to the division. He'd probably go, in the other conference. I don't think he'd be in. They might trade him within the conference, but certainly not in the division. If they traded him within the division, then I think the Eagles would be scared at what they traded, because they would have had to probably trade fucking 5 first-rounders. That's the tax you put on trading with the division rival, in my humble opinion. Well, Jerry Jones lived a long life, so maybe Jerry Jones is okay with getting murdered, perhaps, right? Maybe that's what he's asking for, kind of like a euthanasia sort of thing, you know what I mean? All right, let's quickly turn our attention to baseball. We do have some news on the Aaron Judge front, and apparently Aaron Judge is going to be back next Tuesday, I think, or next week. Sometime next week, Aaron Judge will be back from his flexor strain injury. Other than that, for player news, we don't have a whole lot. I do really want to go over the Yankees game second. After the Jays, I do want to go over the Yankees game because this is actually a Yankees broadcast channel as well. So we're definitely going to dig real deep into what happened here today with the New York Yankees losing to the Miami Marlins, and what a fiasco that much it must have been. But let's take a quick peek here at the Jays. They didn't do very good today. They did lose 9-3 against the now 500 Kansas City Royals. In terms of stats for offense, we had Bo Bichette hitting his 33rd double of the year, Loperfido hitting a double, Vladimir Guerrero hit his 16th. It was a laser of the year, as well as Addison Barger hitting his 16th of the year in garbage time. So that was our offense for today. Pitching-wise, I mean, early on, Gausman looked pretty good. So he looked good until he didn't. So he let 5 earned runs in 6 innings. Looked pretty sharp early, but then he allowed 2 home runs, one of which was to Bobby Witt, I believe, which he's not a bad little player. From there, we did get to see Lewis Varland debut, and he debuted. He didn't let a run, he didn't let a walk. 1 strikeout, 1 inning. ERA for the year at 1.98. Nance had a walk, but it was scoreless inning. Don't really trust him at all. There is a prospect in the Jays minor leagues, a reliever that just went up to AAA. I do expect to see him up very shortly, actually, because our bullpen, I think we were 1 short at the deadline, if I'm being honest with you. Mason Flaherty, absolute dog shit tonight. 4 earned runs in 2/3 of an inning. Can't have it. Get him off the team. Send him down to fucking. Just send him down to New Hampshire. Their season's done. He can't hurt us down there. And then Braden Fisher. I mean, he only went 1/3 of an inning. He had a walk and a hit, so he didn't do much better. Didn't let an earned run though. But overall, just a terrible pitching effort today, except for a guy that I hold close to my heart, who's going to help me win a championship, that being Michael Wacha, who I picked up on the free agency last week, and he went 8 innings, and he allowed only 1 earned run. He threw like 70-some pitches in 7 innings. He was fantastic tonight. Let's tip our hats a little bit. Definitely need to get a win tomorrow. The good news is the Yankees did not gain any ground on us, so they're still 3.5 back. Bad news is the Red Sox picked up a game. They did win their 3rd straight. And let's just talk nameless. I need to know if you're still here. I'm concerned about you. I need to know if you're still here. Sage would also like me to take a look at the Pirates game after the Yankees. All right, I'll take a quick look at that. Absolutely, not a problem at all. We appreciate the request here at the Thunder Cloud, the greatest cloud ever known to man. Don't tell the Indie Game Cloud folks that, but it is what it is. So, the Yankees lost today 13-12. It looked like they had it in the bag. I even had a title that said, so it was the start of the title that I already had, and then I had comma, the Yankees gained ground in the American League East, or something to that effect, right? And then, like, my uncle sends me a text. He's like, Camille Doval or whatever had quite the debut. And I'm like, well, what do you mean he had quite the debut? Apparently he blew the game for them tonight. And we're not going to go over anything offensive. But again, It was 13-12. The Marlins scored 6 runs in the 7th, 3 runs in the 9th, and 4 runs in the 5th. That all adds up to 13, so we had 3 real big innings tonight. Doval and Bednar both pitched. Bednar they put out there for 1 inning, 2/3. He let 2 earned runs, and he actually blew the save, but it looks like Doval was a bit worse if you kind of look at it. He only went 1/3 of an inning, an earned run, but 3 runs across the plate. So there must have been, go figure, a Yankees error that led to them losing this game as well. So very happy to hear that. Gonna take a look and see what Nameless is saying. He's probably fucking sputtering off. He says, I'm here and will be muting the stream until further discussion. Okay, well, you can unmute now. We're going to take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates game that Sage has requested. So let's take a look here. Holy fuck. You know what, it sounds funny to say. This would have been a game worth watching. So you're right. In the first inning, the Pirates came out to the tune of a 9-1 fucking lead after 1. Then you got the Rockies scoring 3 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, albeit the Pirates scored 3 in the 4th as well. And then you got both teams scoring numerous runs in the 5th inning. The Pirates getting 3, the Rockies getting 4 in the 5th inning, and the Pirates tack on another. So they got 1 in the 6th inning. Then it was basically with 8 and 9 left to go. The Rockies scored 2 runs and 5 runs, so 7 runs in 2 innings to win 17-6. 22-18 were the hits, so the box score was absolutely fucking loaded. The losing pitcher was Dennis Santana, a guy I wouldn't have mind picking up. In terms of home runs, like, not as many as you would expect from Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh had O'Neal Cruz home run, his 18th of the year, and Andrew McCutchen, 11th of the year, both coming in the first inning. After that, the Rockies didn't let any home runs. Now, the Rockies, I think, on the other hand, might have had a couple more home runs. They had Bernabel, no idea who that is, Fernandez, Goodman, and Doyle. So 4 home runs on the day? 4 home runs, quite a bit. Still don't usually expect to see 17 runs off of that many home runs, but wow, that's quite the game right there. That's a fucking slugfest. Minus, I'd expect there to be a few more home runs, but the ball in Coors, though, the funny thing about Coors is the field is perfect because it's the ball carries, but they've actually got a big ballpark, so I bet you there was a slew of doubles hit. Like, yeah, it looks like there was, well, geez, just 2 doubles for the Pirates and just 1, 2. Did Tover hit 4 doubles? That doesn't sound right, does it? Did Tover hit 4 doubles tonight? I think he hit 4 fucking doubles, boys. Holy fuck. One guy had 4 doubles. Okay, that's quite a bit. Estrada had a double. Moniak had a double. But, man, this little fucker Tover, 4 fucking doubles in a night. That's fucking... If he does that again, that's about as much as Alejandro Kirk has on the season. That's crazy. That's unbelievable right there. Absolutely unbelievable. So, let's take a look at the most astounding league I've ever been a part of. One that I fully commissioned myself. One that Sage probably doesn't want me to talk about right now, but I do have to do my due diligence as a journalist and as a man of the people, for the people. We need to go over the scorecard for today, and the scorecard is, let's hear it. We can't skip it. We can't skip it. This isn't skip the dishes. We're not skipping scores over here. Let's start with my team. Team Rodfather has a commanding 15-1 lead over Alejandro's astounding team. He is looking to propel himself into first place. And he might just do it. Because Sage of Tommy Callahan's Auto Parts is stuck 9-6 against Vlad the Impaler's. He sent me a text tonight. And you know what? I could tell that he was nervous. I could tell he was a little shook up. He asked for me to console him, so I gave a 15-minute GM call. And I told him, to pick up his spirits, basically. And you know what? I gave him a pep talk. Did I mean anything that I said? Absolutely not. But you gotta be respectful to your fellow GMs. So Sage can sense. He can smell what the cock is cooking. I'm sorry, I fucked it up. I just fucked that one up. That's my bad. But I'm coming, Sage. And I'm going to be breathing down your fucking neck for the rest of the fucking season, okay? That's all I want to say right there. Bases loaded IBB finds himself down 9-5 against the Dark Sliders. And here is probably the part that hurts worst for bases loaded IBB is that my mother, who I gave a great birthday gift to, I gave her 5 players for one, for a birthday present. I'm still the champ, even after that trade. She's up 13-2 against Graham's great team. So I think we can safely say that after this week, I almost said Graham's Auto Parts. Graham's great team will be eliminated. I think we can mathematically probably, if the score stays 13-2, he's done. Because he's moving back 11 fucking points. It's just not going to fucking happen. This isn't the movie Miracle starring Kurt Russell, for fuck's sakes. I was thinking of Kurt Angle, and then I was thinking of Alejandro Kirk. I got all tongue-tied over here. God damn it. But bases loaded IBB is hanging on. Like, they're legit on life support right now, just praying that Aaron Judge will see the light of day of the playoffs. Is he going to play meaningful ball this year is my question, after being traded twice. I at this point, my judicial verdict is no. It's not going to happen. I need to see this here. Nameless is going to drop Aaron Judge as a free agent if I'm eliminated. Just let me know the time in which you're going to do it. And I will, if you do, let's just say I'll pay good money for that. I'll give you $20. $20. $20 is a lot of yen. It's a lot of yen. And for some reason, we have moves today to go over. What does this sound? What is this league updated rules? What is this updated rules thing? Updated transaction counters for team TDs. What is this? Why wasn't I informed? Sage, please explain why there have been rule changes without my authorization as Premier Commissioner. I don't know who did this. Something was changed, and I don't like it. Admit what you did, and you'll miss the playoffs. But you'll be allowed to play next year. Admit what you did, Sage. It'll save your GM life, but you won't be allowed to participate this year at the playoffs. So what is this shit? An updated transaction counters for Team TDS. Who is TDS? The Dark Sliders. Interesting. No. All right. I can't put you on trial tonight. I have not done my investigatory work. Sage made a little boo-boo that you admit to. Okay. If you admit to the little boo-boo, why didn't you come to me as a man with freckles and tell me this? What's going on here? What was the boo-boo? You find yourself in some sort of financial trouble? You're in with like drug cartels or some shit? Sage would like to explain. All right, you know what? Explain away. I'm sick. And I mean, I'm sick and fucking tired. This is the third or fourth scandal of the year that I've had to cover. This isn't what I want to do. We're trying to have a clean leg here at the Pete Rose Bowl cut. I can't do this anymore. A fourth scandal of the year? Most of which have been within the last 6 weeks. We've got people getting gambling charges against them, including our commissioner. This is such a bad look. It looks like Alejandro's astounding team dropped Jordan Westberg. We're going to take a quick look at that. Unfucking believable. This fucking league's a fucking mess. All over again. Jordan Westberg being dropped is interesting because he does have a 800 OPS, 12 home runs, not many stolen bases, but pretty solid player. I think he plays two positions well, second and third. So I'm kind of scratching my head a bit at that.
Very solid player.
Yeah, I'm really scratching my head that would be a drop right there. So I would recommend, if you're on your phone, probably to pick that player back up, because that's a very poor drop.
Or Joe Adell.
Joe Adell's not very good. Nolan Arenado was dropped by Graham's great team. Okay, and I love how no one is being added in exchange for this. So let's take a look at Nolan Arenado. Sage, I'll get to you when I get to you. Right now, I don't want to hear it. Sad to see Nolan Arenado, one of my favorite third basemen that I've ever watched. This was the right move by Graham to part ways with him. He's got a 660 OPS. This guy is a multiple-time Gold Glover, Platinum Glover. It's sad to see, but I wouldn't say his career's done. He's only 34 years old. Maybe he just needs to get off St. Louis and that sort of thing, but a 660 OPS is really hard to look at for me as a huge Nolan Arenado fan. Next thing we hear, Dan did add Tyler O'Neill. I like Tyler O'Neill as a pickup because when he plays, which isn't ever, he does have a lot of pop in the bat. Now, currently, he's only hitting .216 with a 736 OPS. He's only played 134 at-bats, 155 plate appearances, and he's got power. That's all I'm going to say is he's got power. He's hit as many as 34 in a year. The 1 year he was able to stay healthy. Plays pretty good D2, actually, believe it or not. So, Tyler O'Neill, yep, I like that pickup. Mother did something that I was recommending to another GM. That is picking up Adrian Hauser, who has been pretty good this year. So let me take a quick look here at the numbers. Recently traded to Tampa Bay, I believe. Or was it Texas? It's one or the other. It starts with a T one way. I'm going to guess he's on Texas since he's wearing a Texas hat. All right. So he's definitely going to take a hit in terms of ERA pitching there. Now, do I believe he's as good as a 2.1 ERA? Nope. He's got a 4 ERA in his career. He's pitching hot, though. Like I said, 2.10 ERA, 3.3 FIP. Strikeouts aren't great, 47 and 68 and 2/3 inning. But 1.2 whip. Ride the hot hand until you can't anymore. Terrible last year. But, I mean, what have you done for me lately? That's the main thing there. Just still very, very surprised that Jordan Westberg got dropped. That's a very terrible drop. I'm sorry. Okay, let's take a look at what Sage has to say. Dan came to me frantically crying he should have one more move this week because he only added 3 this week, and I double-checked, and it looked like he was right. This was before I knew that adding someone after Sunday's first game counted for the following week. Okay. Well, I added 4 guys on fucking Sunday. Do I get fucking 4 more moves for this week? With all due respect, I say. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say there. I'm waiting for a rebuttal here. I don't think Dan should have that move. Honestly. Oh my good God in heaven. I'm going to say right now, I would like an extra move for a team that just made a lousy fucking move. I think that Jordan Westberg needs to be added back to Alejandro's team, and I'm facing her this week because I know Dan's going to pick him up. I do not want our playoffs tainted by a fucking amateur fucking move. So I would ask Sage, respectfully, move that player back. Because that's just a fucking terrible fucking move right there. I'm sorry, but that's a terrible fucking move. That is such a bad move. I'm not having the playoffs decided. An 800 OPS second baseman? I'm sorry, but that's just absolute dog shit. Like, we can't have that. I do not want the league being tainted, honestly. Because people don't know what the fuck they're doing. No, it's not nervousness. It's like, okay, well, I could add him to second base just as well as you guys could. I don't want to grease the system. I can't, okay, Sage, give me an additional ad spot, like you did Dan, and I'll add Jordan Westberg. That's the alternative. Just give her back, make that happen somehow. I don't know how, but like, I'm sorry, but that is such a bad move. Like, holy fuck, man. Like, that is a good fucking ball player right there. You can stick him in your fucking outfield. Utility slot. Like, seriously, you're going to keep Xander Bogaerts over fucking Jordan Westberg. No offense, I know she doesn't know the sport of baseball. But that just, I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. Corpse Files, just give permission for us to get rid of fucking Xander Bogaerts. Send him where he belongs, which is on the goddamn free agency. Dude, it's an 800 OPS player. How many 800 OPS players do we have in our league that play second base? Do you want me to find out? Like, let's actually go through the league. For second base. Second base is the hardest position to find almost in terms of OPS. Now, I got to sort it. Some of these guys aren't really guys that qualify. So I got to find a way to fucking qualify these fucking sons of bitches. Let's go hits at bats. It's too bad we don't have like a second fucking trade deadline here where we could fucking... I'd trade for fucking... You want to get rid of Westberg? Fucking call me. Tell me you want to get... I'm like, holy shit. Oh, I gotta go by all players. Sorry, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it by free agents. So let's go all. And then let's go, what, is second base that he plays, or is it third, or is it both? So as we know, Ketel Marte is the best at 930 OPS. Then you've got a guy who doesn't count, Remy Gonzalez, in second place with 880 OPS, but he's only had 167 at-bats. Then you've got Miguel Garcia, who's legit, 830. Then you've got Jazz Chisholm at 807. Brandon Lowe, who's legit, at 806. Jose Altuve at 805. Jeff McNeil, who's not that great, 804. And then Jordan Westberg is right next to Gleyber Torres, 786 and 799. So you're talking like how many teams do not have it? So you've got Sage that has one. She has like 5 of the best second basemen. So I can kind of understand where she's coming from a little bit. But you get rid of fucking... you get rid of that guy there, that little fucking weasel that used to play in Boston. That's who you get rid of. Like, there's so many guys that are like bases loaded IBB. His best guy is a 767. My best guy at second is what? A fucking 744, and then I've got fucking Ozzy Albies. Like, I'd be all over that shit. So, I don't know, man. Make a new rule for the fucking, people that fucking don't know what they're doing. If a guy has a fucking 750 OPS, don't drop him. I know that. Why would you add Vinny? Who the fuck cares about Vinny? You can't add him till next week anyway. No, Dan, okay, come on, man. Let's be real here. We can't be dropping Jordan Westberg. It's got nothing to do with you. Let's just sabotage the playoffs. Okay. Is Vinny going to be added back tonight or next week? He's been sitting on the bench. I don't think she has interest. She's got Cody Bellinger sitting on the bench there. Like, holy fuck, man. Like, I'm all for competition, but I want it to be like a realistic league. I don't want it to be you picked up a fucking all-star or a guy that's close to being an all-star because someone doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, am I the only one here that doesn't... One thing you can't say about me is I've never done anything greasy in this league. If anything, I overpay to get players. I don't rip people off. I don't think it's fucking right to fucking... Like that Jordan Westberg, if I wanted to, I could have just picked him up on Sunday. I could have. I've got more of a need at second base than probably anyone here. So, I'm sorry. It is not a good move, so we just move off it. He's been added back. Okay, it's not because you were going to add him, Dan. You weren't allowed to add him. You weren't allowed to add your last player that Sage let you add. I could be asking for a move, Dan. I added guys on Sunday. You don't even have a move left to make. You didn't have a move to make with your last move. Who the fuck cares about Vinny Pasquina? Like, are we actually going to get upset that I'm trying to have parity in the league? Yeah, I said she made a stupid move. Just like I said she made a stupid move tonight. What's the problem? Am I supposed to just be here and be like, yeah, let's allow fucking shitty fucking moves to occur? So that, like, you can, like, just cheese the fucking system. One-on-one Age of Empires. Oh, we could do a Balatro. Winner takes Yandy Diaz. It's not like you're going to make the playoffs, Nameless, so we'll take... Winner takes Yandy Diaz. Which the only reason Yandy Diaz is out there is because of my advice, too. Don't act like I'm trying to rig the deck for people, no. I give advice all the time. I give advice publicly, I'll give advice privately, and I'm not going to stop doing that. Okay, it's one thing to say it's a shitty move, it's another to basically demand this move gets redone. Why are you so butthurt about this move? Because obviously, your third base fucking sucks, because you traded Jose Ramirez and fucking Rafael Devers, and now you need a guy that can play third base. Like, come on, man. Come on. It's foolish to hope for a fucking new GM to fuck up. I'm sorry, man, but, like, I don't know. Does everyone else want the league to be crap? Does everyone else want it to be like we can just buy fucking top-notch free agents for nothing? Because I know I sure as fuck don't. It's fucking annoying. That's all I gotta fucking say. Yeah, as a Yankees fan, you don't get to say anything, Nameless. Thank you, Sage. You're not allowed to speak, Nameless. I already said you're not allowed to say anything, so we don't want to hear anything you have to say. With all due respect, certainly. But no, Dan, it had nothing to actually do with you picking the player up, dude. A fucking guy who had an 800 fucking OPS to play second base. It had nothing to do. I said it was a terrible move when I fucking read it. Everyone can fucking go back fucking 20 minutes when I read that fucking move, right? I said it was a fucking terrible move. And I'm saying it's a terrible move 20 minutes later. And I don't want anyone in the top that's going to end up making the playoffs adding that player. I think it's fucking... Someone made an uneducated move. You want Alexander Bogaerts for your second base, Dan? Yes or no? Do you want Alexander Bogaerts for your second base? Because if you want Alexander Bogaerts, you can have Alexander Bogaerts. Okay, take Vinny. No one gives a shit about Vinny. And why are you taking Vinny? How do you have roster moves left, Dan? Because you added too many players on Sunday? Yes, Dan, I did. She also lost Yander Diaz because of that. She actually downgraded because of my fantasy advice. Yandy Diaz. That's why he's on fucking Nameless's team. So what's your point? Seriously. Take Vinny Pasquino. No one fucking wants him. No, because she had some other fucking bum to trade. Am I supposed to just let people make fucking stupid moves that don't know what the fuck they're doing? You can take Vinny, but you know what? Why do you get an extra move this week? It's a pattern. Do you want Alexander Bogaerts, Dan? Yes or no? Just say yes or no. Like, holy fuck, man. Do you want Alexander Bogaerts on your fucking team? Okay. It's Sage's fault? No, it's not your fault. It's because Dan's fucking crying like a baby back bitch about it. That's why it happened. I added 4 guys on Sunday. I figured out that was the rules, and I dealt with it. In fact, I took advantage of it. I added Shane Bieber. I used it to my advantage. So why are we giving people extra fucking moves if we actually fucking think about the logistics of it? Yeah, Zhao knew that move, that rule for months. Dude, I knew on fucking Sunday when I made the moves. I said I was out of moves for the fucking week because I added 4 guys on Sunday. Go check the dates. I'll check them for you. When did I add Shane Bieber? Because it was right after the trade with Zhao. All my moves were made July 27th. So all my 4 moves were made July 27th. Therefore, I think I should get 4 more moves this week. I think I should get 4 more moves this week. And I'll add Vinny Pasquantino just to be a fucking asshole. Who cares if you didn't know about it? You didn't think it was weird that you added a player and you knew you had too many from the week before? It's not hard to hover above and see that you had 4 fucking moves. I always hover before I fucking pick players up. Come on. You shouldn't get an extra move at all. It shouldn't happen at all. Yeah, it counts towards the next day. It's like, yeah, let's get an extra move because you didn't know something. Okay. Sage, I got a question. Sage, should I come crying to you that I fucking wanted 4 extra moves because I didn't know? No. It got through and I was like, oh wow, that's awesome. I just got fucking lucky. Got to make moves earlier, which means advantage. I don't care what Sage said. I'm just saying, from my opinion, is it's fucking dumb that you fucking added people on Sunday and you want extra moves for it. That's fine that Sage didn't know. I'm not debating that. Like we said, Zhao knew fucking months ago. I found out this Sunday too. But why does it matter so much? Like, it's like... It's fucking annoying is all I gotta say. Like... Honestly. Yeah, we should just let you have everyone. Let just take Jordan Westberg. Like, okay, that makes so much sense. Dude, it doesn't matter. You should have realized, hey, I made 4 moves this week. I made 4 moves this week. I shouldn't be entitled to a 5th. And if I'm entitled to a 5th, well, obviously, you hover up. That's what I did. It's like, I thought I made this move earlier. So I hovered on the thing, and it said, okay, for transaction limits, it said 1 of 4. And then I clued it and said, oh, that means I've got that many moves for the rest of the week. I was equally as mad in Age of Empires 2 when I got walled in. I just tried to suppress it a little bit. It shouldn't be on other people. If you didn't know the right answer, that's kind of on you. It's like in the court of law, like, ignorance is no excuse. It's like, yeah, I killed that guy. I didn't know it was a crime. All right, you're still guilty, though. So, you know, go sit in the fucking jail cell. You know what I mean? Dude, how is Sage supposed to know every fucking rule, dude? Like, you're also a commissioner, so you couldn't ask yourself? You're supposed to fucking know all the answers? Creator of the league, fuck, it was co-created by me, and you could have asked me too. I would have told you the fucking facts. It doesn't matter, though. You should realize, okay, I had fucking 4 moves this week. Everyone knows, typically speaking, how many moves that they've made. Typically speaking. So, I just don't really get... You shouldn't have got an extra move, as far as I'm concerned. So you're kind of lucky you got your fucking extra move. Yeah, let's just fucking let... Anyways. Kind of beating a dead horse here, so... We'll get some... Anyone that wants to leave some comments can leave some comments. we can go over those, then I'm shutting this one down, because what a fucking shit show, because someone wants to take advantage of the fucking league and people that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Oh, that's nice for me. William Contreras, who I just picked up 5 for 7. So you'll see Alejandro Kirk likely dropped very shortly, because I knew this guy was going to go off very shortly. But I picked him up when he had like a 660 OPS just days ago. So there's a big difference between 660 and 800. I guess he had a fractured finger, so that makes sense. All right, well, I guess we've got another scandal for real in the Pete Rose bowl cut. We'll bring another one out next week, is what I'm probably understanding there. But yeah, like Vinny Pasquantino, and enjoy him. He's not a very good player, so there is that. All right, closing up shop. Have a good night, guys. We'll be back at her tomorrow.